Let's now cross live to Owerri, Imo State, where women are gathered for a special town hall meeting with Dr. Chima Matthew Amadi. The event is bringing together stakeholders, community leaders and women's groups to discuss pressing issues affecting women in the state, as well as pathways for empowerment and inclusive governance.
Many of the infrastructure at community levels you see today are self-help developmental efforts. Am I right? Most of our communities, my school, we have seen the rot in our community. Whether it is in Ohekelem, where the women led the development efforts of the community in building a secondary school for their people. This secondary school was born out of a sad event where children from that community who were on their way to another community to attend their normal lectures were killed in an accident. And so these women led the community to build a secondary school for the community, preventing or stopping their children from crossing the major highway to the other community to go to school. But in this visit, we also saw firsthand the failure of governments across board. For example, in this community in Ohekelem, we are told how the principal discussion for the August meeting was the effort to raise a levy imposed upon them by the government, a 12 million naira levy. This levy was imposed upon them by government that is the only thing it will take for that school to be able to participate in WAEC exams. So after building a school, schools that the government is supposed to build for you, you are still levying the sum of 12 million naira before that school could be allowed to even participate in WAEC exams. We have seen, for example, in Orada, where the women have to develop a market for themselves. A market that, when fully completed, the local government administration will come there to tax the women. We have seen, for example, in Ohajegbema, in Birichi to be precise, where the women are leading the effort to develop their primary health care center. A primary health care center that is supposed to be developed by government. I could go on and on. This was the stories we saw in the various August meetings in your communities. In Ohekelem, we had to intervene. So far, in the communities we have visited, at our own private level, we committed over 350 million given to different communities. In Ohekelem, we had to pay the 12 million naira. In Orada, we had to give them 10 million naira for the market. We did that in almost all the communities we went to. But the question is, how long will individuals, or how long shall we continue to take the responsibility of government? I want you to watch this video. Watch this clip. IT, cue on. Do we have the clip? Play it up, please.
Brothers and sisters.
Listen.
Yes, I am in charge here today. But you are running a constitutional democracy. And we are put to you to summon the governors. Some of them call them up. I'm doing my best to improve the revenue of the country and giving them their due. But they must equally be sympathetic to the population, and they must consider the need of the local people. People reside in the local government.
Let's stop it there. That is the voice of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the last 2 years, the revenues of your government have quadrupled. He's right. With the removal of fuel subsidy and other efforts by the administration at the center, a lot of money had come to the government. For example, in Hokilim, which is part of Ngopala local government, that community is part of a local government that have collected over 370 billion in the last 5 years. That money will have conveniently built a world-class secondary school in Ohekelem and paid that 12 billion naira, preventing our mothers from gathering to tax themselves. And this is a community, a rural community, that only depends on farming. The poverty in that community is palpable. In Ohajebema, for example, where the women are taxing themselves to build the primary healthcare center, that community, that local government, has collected close to, and I'm not accounting for intervention funds, I mean close to 450 billion. You heard what the president said. And yet, the women in that community are being forced, I will use the word forced, because if the government had done what they're supposed to do, those women will not be taxing themselves and calling individuals to come and contribute to build a primary health care center for them. So what exactly is the government doing for you? The water you drink in your houses, you sunk the borehole, right? The schools your children attend. In fact, many of you no longer send your children to public schools. Many of your children are now in private schools. Am I right? Am I right? If the public school, the government primary school in your community is standard, raise your hand up. We have over 1,000 women here from 27 local governments of Imo State, and not a single woman raised her hand. Because virtually all public primary education facilities in our local communities have collapsed, forcing you to send your children to private schools. Most times these private schools are substandard private schools. Private schools set up by so-called proprietors and proprietresses that did not even complete secondary school. Am I right? Sometimes in these communities, you pay as much as 40,000-50,000 naira per term to substandard these private schools because there's no option for you. Now imagine where a family has more than one child or 3 children, as is the pattern here. That means a family is paying as much as 150,000 per term for 3 children, multiplied by 3, 450,000, given the level of poverty in our land. How much is that sustainable? When your local governments have collected several billions in your name to fix this problem. I hear that some of you, they try to stop you from coming here, right? Am I right? They ask you not to come here because they don't want you to hear the inconvenient truth of what is going on in your communities. But we will tell them the truth, whether they like it or not. So the question is, you cannot fix the primary schools. So I talk about the public healthcare centers. The public healthcare centers in our communities have virtually all collapsed. I tell you today that if you see if any of you, and you all come from the various local governments, can any of you here stand up and say, the public health center, the hospital owned by government in my community is standard? I don't want to say what class, standard. Can any of you stand up and say that? So you are forced to go to private hospitals and pay exorbitant fees. Most times, in our communities, the health needs of our women and indeed our people have been replaced by chemists, right? The owners of these chemists are kids that fell out of primary school and asked to go learn a trade. They go to some of these markets, learn a trade after 5 years. They come back to our communities to be called doctors, right? And if you know the kind of administration of drugs that these people give to our people, you'll be shocked. So are you surprised that kidney diseases have tripled in local communities? So much so that the federal government had to subsidize dialysis to up to 80%. There must be a correlation between the administration of drugs in our community and the rise in kidney diseases. Because you don't have options. Meanwhile, there are primary healthcare centers, some of them built by you. Built by you. Woe betide any woman that is pregnant and with the bad roads in your communities. The roads in our communities are so bad that, in fact, a heavily pregnant woman may be induced into labor. But the truth of the matter, there is money in this local government. The government $370 billion in the last 5 years. Like the president asked, who is with the money? We must demand accountability and ask why this is so. Why should we be left to ourselves to do everything? Many of you are rural women, you farm. You can't even go to your farms anymore. Many of you, sometimes kidnappers in our farms. From here to Ura to Nekedi, the seat of government is just 3 minutes away from here, and Nekedi is just about 5 minutes from here. But the women of Nekedi, they don't go to farms anymore. You know why? They've been driven from their farms by marauders and bandits. Are you telling me that the occupant of Douglas House is not aware of this? Douglas House hammer. Are you telling me that the government is not aware that there is a total collapse of that road from Nekedi going all the way to Ihaga or just from Muguma here in the city center? Who is with this money? Who are those that have pocketed the money meant for the public into their private pockets? Why is it making them uncomfortable that we're asking questions of this money? It can only be wickedness, because for every penny, every public money you steal or you divert, that is the difference between a woman being alive during childbirth or not. That is the difference between whether a child will go to school. That is the difference whether our roads will be pliable so that to encourage businesses in the communities. Only a wicked and incompassionate person will divert public funds meant to assist and render service to the people. But we are not a conquered people. We cannot keep quiet and say it will soon be over. So somebody says, Mazi, why is this? I said the reason is because they no longer fear us. Because they know that we can be easily bought. They know our price. Okay, election Amanako price abo na 500 naira tiya envelope you know. Una nana na zuro hin gogogongo. Tentre. They know that is our price. 2 cups of rice and 500 naira for elections. So when they look at us, they don't see human beings that have needs. What they see are voters. So poverty has been so weaponized to make it difficult for you to ask questions. Because I know that if you're well fed, you ask questions. But when you're hungry, you only think about survival. Survival is the only thing you want. Somebody says, why are you saying this? Why are you contesting for election? Who is talking about elections? What is the relationship between asking for accountability and wanting to run for elections? Is there any relationship? Why should we, speaking the truth, make somebody uncomfortable? Why should I be threatened? Why should my life be threatened? Because I'm saying, where is the money meant for the poor? Give it back to them. Take it back to them. I want to sound the note. I want to put the government on notice. I've already scheduled with our lawyers, and we are taking the government to court to ask them to account for every money that has been diverted. And the reason why I'm taking them to court is this. When I made a statement 2 weeks ago, I was referring to local government officials. But I was shocked when the government of Imo State decided to take not one but 2 press statements in 24 hours to address me. So that means if you are defending the local government officials, so I've instructed my lawyers to go to court to ask the court whether it is legal that the Imo State government should be deducting the monies of local government. And if the answer that it is illegal, then they should return that every penny, if indeed they have been deducted. It is time we take back our state. You don't have to be involved in politics or want to contest for anything to ask that government should be accountable. Tyranny begins when people fear their leaders. In a right society, your leaders should be afraid of you and not the other way around. I will ride on, my darling. I'm going to ride on. I had a prepared speech, but I said I'm going to talk to my people from the heart. I want to talk to you from the heart. It has nothing to do with friendship. It has nothing to do with opposition. But to just say that the hunger in the land is perhaps one of the reasons why insecurity has increased in our state. And I want to say that if you do something, if you give the people what is due to them, insecurity could reduce to a bare minimum. And we can address the criminalities. I want to say that there is nothing wrong if the children of the poor aspire to be like the children of the rich. When you destroy the public education system, you make it difficult for the children of the poor to rise. The education system has been so bastardized. Do you know that some years your children don't even take first school leaving certificates? Some of your children come from JS1 to come to take first school leaving certificates. You know that, right? Because the government forgot to set the exam. But I'm not surprised because you can't give what you don't have. How do you expect people who don't even have certificates to come and say they want to do something about our educational system. Is it possible? We need to speak up and say that enough of this thing. Enough is enough. We will take back our state. And we are talking to you women because we believe in you women. You know the power of women. Go to the history. We are Christians here. Whenever something significant happens, God most times uses women. In the Bible, when it was time, when no man could stand up, he raised Esther. And where's Yoku? He raised Esther. When it was difficult for a man to stand up, there was a woman that had to put the ribbon in Jericho. When all the men and disciples had run away, it was women that waited at the tomb of our Lord Jesus Christ. Little wonder the Bible says that the women are a great army. The women are a great army. And he told our women, he said, rise to the mountains and make your voices be heard. We must destroy this altar of wickedness by our leaders. We must destroy this altar of wickedness. I don't know what tomorrow holds, and I don't care. Because only God determines what tomorrow holds. But what I know is that today we'll begin to ask necessary questions of our leaders and ask them that the poor also deserves to live and survive. Your children deserve a fighting chance. Your children deserve a fighting chance. Their children deserve a fighting chance too. So I want to urge you that you can do something. The registrations have started. We don't encourage violence. We don't encourage violence anywhere. Because we know that in a constitutional democracy, the people have what it takes with your votes. Now they've started registering. I was sad to see that the pre-registration figures, while other states were doing well, Imo State, only 481 pre-registered. Are we serious? Are you people loving your change? No, continue back. This will continue. Go out in your numbers and register. Register. It doesn't matter. Register. Your children that have gotten to their age, take them to register. Take your friends. Tell them the time has come to give a red card to these people. So all your worth is just 500 naira and 2 cups of rice? Is that what you're worth? Uno Gemara meeting, political meeting. Already don't get 3,000. Since you started attending meetings called by politicians, have you ever been given 3,000? That is even less than $2. 500, 1,000. And even that 1,000, their leaders will still remove some from it. That is how inconsequential they see you. You should be embarrassed for them. So the time has come, and I want to thank you that these issues I've addressed is some of the issues you addressed in your August meetings. I heard you clearly. I heard the women clearly. You told me, Mazi, enough is enough. You told me this time you are taking your destiny in your hands. You told me this time you will resist bad governance. You told me clearly this time that you will not think about today, but you think about tomorrow. And you told me that this time around, that you will ask questions of those who are seeking to govern you. Is that not what you told me? You also told me that, Mazi, if we do the right thing, promise us that you stand with us. And I say, as the Lord liveth, I will not depart from my people. The little we did for you women is just born out of our compassion. We have visited hospitals. We have cleared hospital bills. We saw women that have been in hospitals for months. They could not be left because they can't pay their bills. Yesterday when I went to the hospital to deliver the car we bought for a woman who had an accident, I saw a lady running after me. Mazi, I've been here for 4 months because of 200,000 naira. Please help. I saw women whose husbands ran away because they couldn't pay the hospital bills. I saw women and men also that have been in hospitals for 8 months, 9 months, and somebody says you want to do an insurance. A scam insurance. How do you start an insurance when you have not fixed the public health system? How do you start insurance when you have not taken care of poverty in the land? You want to tax them 15,000 per person. Where will they get that 15,000 from? And what facility will they go to? I saw schools that they managed to rehabilitate, but has been locked for the past 2 years and turned to parking store for traders because children no longer go there. All our model schools, you will be ashamed of our model schools. I was passing the other day through Emmanuel College and I shook my head. Is this the same Emmanuel College? Is this the same Emmanuel College? You'll be ashamed of your state capital, God Oweri, when you compare other state capitals. Now we know that there is nothing, that governance is not rocket science. Our brothers in Abia State are so happy now. We all wish we are from Abia, right? Now we know that when you elect good people, good things will happen to us, right? Look at Abia State. Abia State that used to be a laughing stock. Look at Enugu State. Even Enugu, look at Ebonyi State. I did Iba Yohojo. They are going to come after some of you. I will continue to pray for you. Those of you that risked it all and came here, some of you are PGs and came here, even when they ask you not to come, we will pray for you. That's the best we can do. Don't worry about us. Our safety and our life is in God's hands. Nothing anybody can do about it. I keep saying, my Bible tells me that do not be afraid of those that can kill the body but cannot destroy the soul. When it's my time, I will meet my maker, but my time has not come. There is nothing they will do. Do not be afraid. You've not done anything wrong. Your president has empowered you. Ask for accountability from your governors and your leaders. It is not a bad thing. Ask, where is the money? Where is our money? Everybody say, where is our money? Your money is in the hands of your oppressors. I want to thank you for coming today. I will see you all in next August meeting. God bless you. Stay blessed.
Thank you. We want to thank you, sir, for all you have been doing and all you are going to do. Una huna kuka hamna kotupu ya abia. Nyambasra nde no n'ụlọ ọgwụ, ndị arụ n'ụlọ, ndị mere ihe ọma dị iche iche. Thank you, Mazi Buruburu.
Mazi Buruburu kwuru akwa ya emecha ndị ga-echizi n'azụ bibi ịsa anyị isi bibi idugide ashi na ihe na-awụgba ihe eji mee kpocha gbaga anya na-ahụ ya n'anya ihe na-agba ha na-awụ onye ikpe mmegharị eze mmegharị ịgba ha ga-eme ya n'azụ onye ikpe mmegharị.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ebe ọ na-anya anụ na ihe Mazi Buruburu gwara ụmụ nwanyị unu mana anyị dị mmadụ atọ na steeti Imo Nneji, Owerri, Ọkaigwe na Ọlụ bụ ndị Nneji. Anyị ga-amalite, biko na-egenu ntị. Kedu ndị na-eme mkpọtụ onwe onye na-eke ihe ya kwụsị ike ihe. Thank you. Thank you. I want to madato. Our normal we say gagwa yoku. Otu onye ga-eshi Owerri zone, otu onye ga-eshi Ọkaigwe, nke ọzọ ga-eshi Ọlụ. Anyị ga-enwekwa onye ga-ekwu okwu otu onye ma abụọ na ndị eshi diaspora ya bụ ndị eshi ebe na-anọghị n'Imo. Ka anyị malite n'Owerri, biko ụka akpara akpa isi ka eji ekwe ya. Let us kickstart from Owerri zone. Otu onye ga-apụta ugbu a maka ndị Owerri. Biko na-egenụ ntị, kwụsị n'ihe aha na-eke. That is diversionary.
Ụmụnwaanyị Igbo ndewonu. Ụmụnwaanyị Owerri zone ndewonu. Owerri zone ekela akwa aha chinchiri chinchinchim. Anyị ekela akwa anyị chinchiri chinchinchim. Anyị emuvole motion that coming 2027 001 Chima Matthew Amadi Gawura, the governor of Imo State. I got a Kanye. Umuwani dere moronwe. Hey! Hey! Way! Oh, way! Umuwani Imo. Ani kwere no Gawura, the governor 2027. We are taking it by force. Atoya. I take here by getting pause. We adopt Honorable Chima Amadi 001 Imo State, His Royal Highness and His Excellency. Yawurecha Halide Makachile Kejia, Hichanya Miri.
Thank you, Biko Kola Niaka. Ndewo. Asina gwa otu onye hụrụ weke. Anya nụ n'olu ụmụ nwaanyị Owerri. Biko otu onye bịa kwutere ndị Ọkaigwe. Ihe anyị zuru ezukwe unu kwekwerekwe na Ọkaigwe.
Ụmụ nwaanyị gwazuonu. Ndebe mmadụ ga-aghọwa onye ya nọ nso. Gwazuonu. Anyị nwa bụ ụmụ nwaanyị Ọkaigwe. Anyị kwere na 2027 our 001 ga-abụ gburugburu Dr. Chima Amadi. Ile anya taa, ị ga-ahụ in my own group on Monday, nwaanyị ya gabe ụlọ ọgwụ mbụ. Echi niile ka ọ gabere ga rejista, o nyere ya $500,000. O nyere ụmụ nwaanyị atọ $500,000 na my group. Anyị ahụ n'otu mbụ. Ebe ihe anyị aga na backyard jee kee ye. Agbakọta anyị ka anyị 55 naira. Ọ ga-adị n'ọchịchị ya. Ọchịchị ya enyere ụmụ nwaanyị moto. Kpọpụta ụmụ nwaanyị n'ụlọ ọgwụ. Mere ya ọtụtụ ihe. Achọrọ m ka anyị bikwasị aka n'ala. 2027 ga-awụrịrị gburugburu Dr. Chima Amadi na Jizọs. Elu, ala, eke, orie, afọ, ngwọ, ọwụ ụmụ nwaanyị dị last creator. Otu anyị kwuru otu a ka ọ ga-adị. N'aha ndị Ọkaigwe na ụmụ nwaanyị niile nọ n'Imo steeti. N'aha Jizọs.
Ọfọrewe. Thank you. Ụmụnne abụọ ekwuole ọfọrọ onye nke atọ. Anyị na-akpọlite ndị Ọlụ ka anyị mara ihe bụ uche ha. Ndị Ọlụ unu erikatala oke erikata ya, mana obiọma anyị bụ unu ekwetele ugbu a na unu eritele.
Ụmụ nwaanyị na-emenụ. Ọ bụ anyị ọ dị. Ụmụ nwaanyị ibe m, ụmụ nwaanyị Imo steeti, nga anyị bịara taa, ebe anyị bịara taa, ka anyị na-akọwara na-eguzo m na aha ndị ụmụ nwaanyị Ọlụ so na-agwa unu ihe o mere na onye chere anyị na 2027. A na-ekwu ahụla m n'anya ibiri ka o mere Monday m chekita ya o ji ụtọ ala akọ mụ nwaanyị dị ime ruola ya o registered for work. But after Monday, guess all of them na ga register.
is our new governor. Onye Dr. Chima Amadi. Guru. Unu mara ihe ụlọ akpọrọ gburugburu all general. Onye chere anyị na 2027. Guru. Anyị nwe ndị ụmụ nwaanyị ọlụ so. Anyị akpakọla aka. Kwetu ụmụ nwaanyị Imo steeti niile sị anyị jere anyị. Owu anyị ga-achịkwa na my otu for president ọka. Anyị jere because ọ bụ ome nke ahụrụ n'anya. Ya na-ekwu ya na-eme. Kedu ụmụ nwatara m ga-echetara n'ụmụ nwa. Onye ọbụla kparakwa PVC ya. Ọwụ ya jeje iwe PVC. Ọwụ ya jeje aga abalị ime ụlọ nọrọ. Ịmara nwa gị ruru register, let him or her go and register. Maka o jere anyị n'ụwa gburugburu. Anyị si ya ndị o mere na-eme, na ndị ọ kara aga ime tupu anyị gọzie ya. Anyị gbakwana ya nkwa taa, ụmụ nwaanyị lụsị anyị aje 2027 wuke ya. Anyị agharala ya hụ. Anyị niile tinye aka gasị ike ka ahụ na o jiri ya n'aha Jizọs.
Onye ọbụla gara contrary to ihe kwuru nga aka. Firing them to hospital, from hospital to mortuary, from mortuary to grave, from grave to hellfire. Oh, baby.
Odima, thank you very much. We need to adopt the decisions of the 3 zones of Imo State. In trying to do that, let me bring back the 3 speakers. Those 3 women who spoke, piano. Marathonde, ka anyị kwubi okwu, ka anyị gụọ ọfọ nọ n'elu ya. Kedu ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ọzọ? Odima, for the adoption.
Imo State, asị m ekele unu. Asị m ekele unu. Udo dịrị unu, dịkwara m. Ndị ọmụ gburugburu, asị m ekele unu. Asị m ekele unu. Udo dịrị unu, dịkwara ya. Nwa Imo State, ọ na-abịala ya. Aha nwụ Lady Dr. Bibiana Onwuchoroba. Ana m ekwu okwu n'aha ụmụ nwaanyị ndị Kene bi n'Imo State. But anyị amara na ha eme n'Imo State. And before I continue kwuwe, achọrọ m ịgwa unu ihe dụrụ m n'anya m jiri sị na aga m abịarịrị. I left my base this morning to come here. My Dr. Chima biara August meeting. Actually, I want medical doctor. I want a PhD holder, not medical doctor. So anything about education I think too important. So in our place, about 12 million all my community. So it's a fact. He's telling you a fact. He's not making noise. In my community 2017, the community effort decided to lay a foundation for a school because Chukwuma Chimareze ya lidiri ụmụ akịrị kpọrọ ha na moto na-ejeje ọkpala ije school ọ ebe anyị ejeje secondary school or anyị ejewe Mbaise. But on that fateful day, moto agbagbuo ya na those children na Abowere Road. The PG then abịakpọ ụmụ nwaanyị akpa anyị niile anyị rụọ ọnụ na school ebe adị onye chọrọ ịrụrụ anyị na-akpụ ego. Ụmụ nwaanyị efuru abajapụ abịa declare sị anyị ga-eme ihe akpọrọ dịka harvest. Ụmụ nwaanyị efuru abajapụ edewe akpọ ndị mmadụ ha azụrụ etinye ego ya n'akpa. Just like that, in August meeting, and we were able to raise a secondary school. And after that secondary school, I had government on a secondary school. I charged can you keep an government house? On a secondary school, half a sereno, and teacher. Before I send the other teacher, now government secondary school, the community and assign some money for the teachers and I send the other some few teachers. The community amazingly employed by themselves, 5 teachers. Now, the PG then was paying from his pocket. And the PG then paid until he left the office. The community take his year over. 17, 18, 19. All mgbe eji ele WAEC, anyị eje government asa, anyị je rụọ physics, chemistry and biology lab. Anyị nwakwa o. Eje ka 3 years that secondary school kwesịrị ile WAEC elebe. Anyị alahụlahụ ọzọ asa anyị je rụọ hall nga aga ile WAEC. The PG not this time ejishekwa ike arụwakwa hall. Anyị arụchakwala hall ejero ha sị anyị there is no facility in the hall. Government gwa community. Abịa megide asị ndị ha ga-ime asa anyị we at 12 million. Enwe ike mee equip, enwe ike bịa lewe the exam. Ọnụ ha gbara August meeting this year, ụmụ nwaanyị akpelerekwa akpele before Chineke send ya anyị onye enyemaka. Dr. Chima Gburugburu Amadi. Ya bịaruo nga ahụ sị he ka ọwụ nri ege. Ya nọrọ nga ahụ sị anyị 12 million. Ọ bụrụ na o ji ekwe nkwa, ya nọkwara nga ahụ sị anyị nye ya account number ụmụ nwaanyị. Ụmụ si Chineke gọziere anyị nwoke a. Ụmụ nwaanyị sị na Chineke gọzie Dr. Chima. Kere na-ekpere si Chineke gọzie ya. Ya nọrọ nga ahụ, he didn't stop there. Ya sị ụmụ anyị ebe Chineke gị mebere anyị arụ ọhịa ahụ gị mee elere anyị exam. Na ụmụ anyị 150 ya gị register ha na WAEC, which is amounting 7 point something. And he asked us to bring their names, which anyị compile wala ha. Ụmụ nwaanyị, unu hụ ịdị ihe a, ka awụ obidobe ya dị like this. Ya gawụkwanụ gọvanọ anyị, gịnị ga imeni? Ụmụ nwaanyị biko unu bie n'oro, unu biere m oro, n'ihi na anyị ahụ na Chineke azọpụtarala anyị, onye gị nọpụta anyị from poverty. Gee m ntị. By God's grace, ụmụ nwaanyị Imo State, agwara m ha, I'm not a politician, but I want one thing in Nigeria every election, which my son here knows. I can drive down. By God's grace, I might visit my lectures 3 times a week. I have time. I will drive down. Maybe I should register. Even in one name, 95 years. Last year, the other time I make an election. I went to Central School. J2. You was there, I said, Leno Nagadi Woka. I said, Mumporia, woman again. Because another thing, I'm sorry, before I conclude, or before I move on my mission. I just a win on Ghana noise. And you give 5 naira again, Nara. He read that 5 naira to you today. And you again. Because this time around, Hadiala, see her mba. On a Hatinaba. Vote to Okwa, only gave vote to. So at that juncture, I'm moving emotion that not diaspora, then is EJ, man then not overseas, because I may adopt. See Dr. Chima Amadi Buruburu, Gabu Governor Imo State. They won.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Because I got my bata, Madonna no lende on a rock nobi. Sorry, what you have in a meta, see a guano. Makibosonia nebane cable, Moku, a catchable, a catchonia. Onyambunga Pau, Dr. Mrs. Uche, Obi. Go and Kejole, Kele, or Neze Magwani, Otobi de Atan. Dr. Mrs. Uche, Obi.
I'm making Dr. Chima Uburuburu onye mere ka ịgbakọ n'ụbọchị taata. Ana m ekenekwa ụmụ nwanyị niile ndị si na vileji si dị iche iche bịaruo n'ụbọchị taata isi ka ha bịa mmechi Ọgọst meeting a onye isi sini ahụrụ ụmụ nwanyị n'anya bụ Dr. Chima nọ na-agagharị since 1 month now na every community, every union, every association iji fụ na ya na ụmụ nwanyị nwere ezi mkparịta ụka anyị agwụ ya obi anyị ọ nabatakwana ya. Abịara m n'ụbọchị taata isi ka m soro mechie August meeting a duto na ije anwa ọ gagharịrị bụ ije dị mma. Aha m bụ Dr. Mrs. Uche Obi. Ana m represent the diaspora, and my organization, which is in all over the federation, is also in Imo State here. Wi-Fi in acronym, Women and Family Advancement Initiative. Organization a bụ maka ụmụ nwanyị bụ maka families. Oge ndị niile na-akọwa okwu here na-ekwu ha metụtachara aka n'ihe this organization na-alụ. Ụmụ nwanyị bụ ideji obodo. Ha bụkwa n'ihe o ji eme akwụba ihe niile a na-aga n'iru. If you train a woman, you train a nation. If you put a family in order, you put the whole nation in order. If you destroy a family, you destroy a whole nation. Ihe a wụ nkọwa in brief ihe ma organization na-eme. Mbọ ọ na-agba bụ ịfụ na families dị mma. Mbọ ọ na-agba bụ ịfụ na our nation dị mma. Ana m ayọ ụmụ nwaanyị niile gbakọrọ here. Unu na ihe na-eme n'obodo anyị dị iche iche. Unu amara na ihe a bụkwa na ihe anyị produsuru ka anyị na-ewere. Unu enekwa anya n'ihe gbasara ọchịchị obodo. Unu amarakwa na ọkwa ihe ụmụ nwaanyị tụrụ n'ọda ka ha na-ewere. Anụ m ihe MC kwuru here oge anyị na-ebido. Ọ bụghị anyị gbakọ na-ekwe yoro bụ isi. Ọ wee n'obi anyị ji agbakọ ya ene ihe anyị chọrọ ka agbakọ anyị anwaye ido ya. Ịma ọ na-eme ọnụ asa anyị kpere ekpere ka ihe dị mma. O nwekwara ekpere bụ mockery to God. Ihe ekpe ekpere n'ụzọ kwesịrị ekwesị. Ị na-ekpe ekpere ka Chineke maa amara ka onye anyị ezigbo onye nche waịlụ gị inye aka ịfụ na ezigbo onye ndu anwa na isoro full process eji wepụta ya. Ije nara ego naba mee ihe gụrụ gị mgbe ọchịchị Jozie nje pụta kwuba okwu ọ ihe ahụ ka anyị kwesịrị ime ọ bụ ihe anyị kwesịrị ime dị ihe anwa. Ihe ahụ bụ total delusion. Chọọchị ekpere ekpere ka anyị nwee ezigbo onye ọchịchị. Ọkwa mụ na gị ka a gwara na anyị gbaa mbọ ịfụ na anyị nyere aka ịhọpụta ezigbo onye ọchịchị. Ihe ọzọ nọ n'ime ya bụ anyị ekwerene na anyị ga-enye Dr. Chima gburugburu ka ọchịchị ka ọ chịba anyị. Ọ bịara na my own association bụ Wi-Fi. Ọ bịara visit anyị ebe anyị nọ n'igwe. O mekwara anyị ihe anyị yọrọ ya. Ọ netara anyị ebe ọ dị mma nye anyị ego na anyị ga-ezụọ moto ahụ ya enyere anyị aka ịgbagharị. Wi-Fi bụ a very good organization na-enye aka ịfụ na ha trenụrụ ndị mmadụ ka ha mara usoro ọchịchị otu ha ga-esọpụta ezigbo onye ọchịchị dị mma. One thing m chọrọ ịgwa unu drọpụrụ unu tata bụ that politics is of people, of number and of spread. Unu spread ya na bịa from different local government. Population agadaana. Ndị mmadụ a chọrọ n'ụdị capacity agadaana. Ihe dịzi mkpa bụ ihe unu kwuru yes unu ọbụkwa yes. Ka unu ọ bụ ndị chịchịrị n'ọnụ. Wepụta na onwe unu ka unu fụna unu sọpọtụ Dr. Chima gburugburu ka onye unu ezigbo ọchịchị. Nke ya gba n'aka ejighị enye ya. O doo unu anya na ọ bụ onye wepụtara onwe ya for the service of humanity, which is my passion. Ụmụ nwanyị laanụ na community unu. Gwanụ ndị mmadụ ndị ọchịchị ndị unu nọ ezinụlọ unu ndị nọ na community unu okwu. Onwe ha ebe community hotel gadara bụrụ ụmụ nwanyị ha ma na-eji meseji a last spread ya. We must get a good result. So bụrụ ndị meseji a na ezinụlọ unu ịfụ na unu wetara ezigbo onye ọchịchị pụtara na-apụta already. Anyị fụrụ anya n'ụbọchị tata. Organization m na-eme endorse Dr. Chima gburugburu ka ọ chịba Imo steeti chie anyị ọfụma. Udo dịrị unu.
Thank you. Biko ndị anyị ga-akpọpụta ugbu a maka oge anyị ihe anyị ga-ewere bụ nkeji 3. Ọ dị na m nye gị sign gị mara na oge ezuole. 1 minute. Onye ọzọ anyị na-akpọlite bụ Oriakụ Ogechi Jiribakọ. Bịalite Oriakụ Ogechi Jiribako, 1 minute, otu nkeji.
Nwaanyị ondewo no. Amụ Mrs. Ogechi Jiribako, aka nwaanyị nọọsụ. Ana m ekele Dr. Chima Amadi specialist because the day he came to FMC 3 weeks ago, that was 5th of August, I was there. Ihe niile akọga nga ọwụghọ akụkọ ifo. Always confirm and true story happened. O mekwara na ya. Chineke used oye that day. Wipe all tears in the eyes of so many patients. 4 months, 6 months, even 8 months in FMC. Okay, their bill worth of over 20-something million. And one good thing I love about this man, that day he came unannounced. Oh, yeah, he's not a politician. That is leadership in action. Obaba, yeah, display here, who display that day. Yeah, bazie there. Even in the case, a guy when those parade nani a bike, 5 months in FMC, Okurubilia, worth of 500,000. The new bike, 1 million. In fact, only a wonderful man, he's a God sent. So I name adopt, he any lay, and we are in support of him. Even I'm a extra mind to make sure that I can pay for this man and he win the election by God's grace. He already is there. So I name adopt, I pray for him by the special grace of God. He will be the next governor of Imo State in 2027.
Thank you. I na-amalite Oriakụ Lolo Rose Ebuka. Biko 1 minute. Adhere to time. Biko 1 minute. Lolo Rose Ebuka.
Jaramonagi. Imo mama maramonagi. Onya bula tinyaka kaimezi bostetu na nona. Owero neba kaimezi bosteti. Okiwo neba kaimezi bosteti. Ndalo neba kaimezi bosteti. Imo yiko biakanu kaimezi bosteti na nona. Ụmụnwaanyị ndị gbakọrọ ebe a taa, ihe m chọrọ ikwu unu n'ụbọchị taa wụ, I see no good thing comes out from Nazareth. Imo State anyị atala ahụhụ. Mana God eweterela anyị Messiah, who will prove that good thing can come out from Imo. And the person is Maazị Chima Amadi Gburugburu. Ọwụ onye ọwụ, onwe onye ọzọ ọwụ. Olu ụzọ anyị ga-esi mee ya. Onye ọwụla n'ebe a make sure na o nwere PVC. PVC is your power. In my own Ezinite, Onitsha Amiri, I am retired INEC officer on of here. I kpọrọ ya na 2013. Ya kpọta ndị INEC. Ndị niile si mba ụnụ alọ, anyị niile nwere PVC. And that is your power. I don't know ụmụ nwanyị. No woman, no nation. Ebe ụmụ nwanyị nọ, onye ọbụla ụmụ nwanyị si na ọ ya na-aga. Ọ karị go. Because ebe ị nọ ka nwa gị ga-anọ. Ebe ị nọ ka di gị ga-anọ. Anyị mara na anyị nwere ndị di. Mgbe ụfọ ha mewe isi ike, anyị ma ebe anyị ga-akpa ha aka. Ha kwete nga anyị kwuru. Ahị! Ụmụnne m, ịgwa gị eziokwu. I'm a politician. I wouldn't know only I'm a politician. You will not see me here. Politicians who can have sorrow. If you know the has and more. How I wish I bore. A lot of them they are fine impact. None of them redeem that impact. But in winner, Maazị Chima what can do. Buru buru. Seeing is believing. I will die put. Bigoni, ụmụ nwanyị ka awụghị mpụ oge election uru abịa nye anyị 55,000 bịa ka ga abịa ịhụ na election 2027 anyị ga-agụ ọfọ nwaanyị awụla kakwa eduru anyị dubawa anyị n'ime ọhịa ya sikwe n'ime ya pụta. We are out, we are out. Anyị ga-ahụ isi 2027 Chineke dowe anyị ndụ anyị ekwesịrịla ma na-asị Chief Maazị Chima gburugburu carry go. You are there already. No man, no woman will say it will not happen. It is written, and so shall it be in the name of Jesus.
Carry us, they go, buru buru, carry us, they go, they go, they go, carry us, they go, buru buru, carry us, they go, they go, they go.
Thank you. The last but not
Right, that was the Imo Women's Town Hall meeting with Dr. Chima Matthew Amadi in Owerri, a platform highlighting the voices and concerns of women as part of broader efforts to strengthen participation in leadership and community development.